Today I have a cool model to show you that I already built. It's a Y-Wing from Bandai in 172 scale. I think it turned out really well. And these Bandai kits I recommend for anybody that likes Star Wars or wants to try to get into the hobby, because they're easy enough to build that anybody can do it. And you can you can build straight out of the box and it looks decent, or you can add some extra weathering and stuff to practice, because they're not that expensive. Please like and subscribe, please, and ring that bell when you want to see when I post new videos. So the instructions for the Y-Wing look like the instructions for the B-Wing did. You have the cover, and here are the paint color instructions on the back, actually. And it's one large sheet. Step-by-step instructions. The beginning is here, and it starts with something like this. Shows you the darker area. The darker area is what we're working on now. So you start with the front part. I actually found it a little bit I don't know if complicated is the right word, but I ended up messing up one of the wings somehow. Then you work on the middle part and the second part. There's a lot of small parts here, a lot of pipes that go around. And still the second part. The middle part is where most of the parts are. See all these little pipes. But it only lets you do one or two at a time, so they're not hard to. You can't really get them mixed up, but you really got to do it in order to get. Because some pipes go over other ones, and if you do it out of order, it's not going to work very well. Still on 2, 17, 18, 19. We're finally on the 3. 3 is the right nacelle. 4 is the left nacelle. You have to, I can tell you, you have to be careful when you put these pieces on. They're pretty breakable, and you have to get them aligned so it sits straight. And then here 5, it's already assembled in big parts, but now some more pipes that go on connecting stuff, like the engines, the nacelles and stuff. Oh man! And here's the same, on top, underneath. Now some of it, like these yellow, this is an extra part. It just kind of clicks in, so you don't have to do anything to it. But I do, always. Pretty big instruction sheet with a lot of stuff in it. And here we got. Now you see, I did a lot of weathering on this one. I didn't do on the B-Wing, because the Y-Wings, just like the X-Wings, were old and beat up. And I painted the R2 unit as the older type. I used the older type. Actually sold the other one. Got like a couple euros for it. I painted it with a little light gray. Just a really thin coat of light gray. And then I used and I painted the guns here on the front, even though I don't think they were supposed to be. But I thought it looked better when they were darker, so they stood out a little bit more. That's just my decision. But then I took, it was a Revell 77. It's like a pretty dark gray. Not like dark gray like Panzer gray, but it's this color actually. What I painted the base. And I use it here I put drops on it like here. You can kind of see where I put the drop on it here on the edge, and then I smeared it. I smeared it a little bit, and then I took a brush with a little thinner and went over it. I used here the Revell 79. It's like a blue gray. And then here for the stripes, I also painted them, and I used a Russian flanker blue gray. That's why they look a little. That's a little bit darker than they are. But I wanted that difference. Then I use a whole lot of different colors just to dirty it. We have the dark gray, we have a little red brown, a little ochre, and also a couple splotches of light gray. It has some decals too, but not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. You can see here, you can't see it that well because it's pretty dirtied up. But see, there's a blue-gray stripe that goes along the side. And there's like little markings here, like lights markings and stuff. The gun is dirty. I think it turned out really great. I like how it looks. There's little marks here on the cells too. There was actually decals for these, but I went. Well, here these yellow stripes are decals, and I wanted to touch this up because it doesn't fit right exactly. But I really like the way it turned out, and these Bandai models are so great. So the bottom's the same. It looks like the paint's coming off here on the stand. I touch that up a little bit. These, I believe, are the torpedo tubes on the bottom there. Like I said, these Bandai models, it doesn't matter how old you are. I mean, I guess as long as you're at least 10. I would say 10 is a good starting point. But there's some snap-tight ones that might... well, actually, I think Revell gives some snap-tight models that are good for really young kids. And they're all you have to do is put them together. No paint, no glue. And really, like, 10 parts or something. And they're like cars. But a model like this, I mean, 10-year-old, great. Experienced model can do a lot more. And thanks for watching. My next video will be over a Polish aircraft. It's a PZL-23B from Mirage in 1/48 scale. It looks like a pretty cool kit. And until then, bye.